Well, the U.S.-Mexico border spans nearly 2,000 miles, but some sections of it, large sections of it, lack a fence. They lack really even a wire. For a group called the Minuteman Civil Defense Corps, border security became an issue after September 11th, when a founding member reportedly watched drug smugglers brazenly cross the Arizona border unimpeded. Ever since, protecting the border has been their mission. This weekend, as we caught up with them, they were unveiling a whole new tactic.
Who's coming to a neighborhood near you?
Saturday morning in a Southern California trailer park, Tim Donnelly addresses a group of Minutemen volunteers.
It's a great day to be a vigilante.
Vigilantes is what their critics and President Bush have called them, but the Minutemen say they are merely being vigilant, patrolling the border, alerting authorities when they spot illegal immigrants crossing over.
The vigilante word for us is now a badge of honor, because we know we're not vigilantes. We don't operate outside the law, but we are filling a gap.
Today, however, the Minutemen are stepping up their actions.
Patriot 10, this is Patriot 2. Do you copy?
For the first time, they plan to build a fence along the border. It's a new front in their battle against illegal immigration. About 100 volunteers have shown up, and they're driving to an undisclosed location along the U.S.-Mexican border. They don't know how authorities will react when they start to build the fence. In this part of the border where the Minutemen are working today, there is a fence. It's probably about 12 feet high, but the problem is it just stops where these rocks are. Then the border is just completely open. When you see this, what do you think?
Why? Why does it stop? I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to build it across the rock.
Armed with fence posts and barbed wire, the volunteers quickly begin construction. A Border Patrol helicopter flies overhead, but authorities make no attempt to stop the fence building.
Well, yeah, it's symbolic in a way, because we want the government to see us actually building the fence. But take a look right there. It's wide open. So if there's a fence there when we leave here, then we will have left the border more secure than we found it.
While volunteers build a fence, others prepare food.
What's more American than hot dogs?
Hot dogs and apple pie. The atmosphere is festive and patriotic. There are American flags on napkins and banners, in flower pots, even on dogs.
We need to get our country back.
In what way?
Illegal's illegal. At least it was when I went to school.
For many of those here, it's their first time volunteering with the Minutemen.
I feel very passionate about the issue itself, but also it's one of the few issues I can affect, because I can't do anything about the deficit. I can't do anything about the war in Iraq.
You don't seem like a vigilante.
I hope not. I'm not. I don't think any of us do. And there's a lot of women in this organization.
Chelsea Scavenger picks up trash left behind by illegal immigrants. She finds water bottles and booties.
These are booties. People who cross over put these on their feet. See, this was very nicely made. They've got the tie thing, so it doesn't fall off their feet and they leave no tracks.
Why are they wearing booties? Why not shoes?
Because then they can get their footprints and more easily, and Border Patrol can find them.
So if they're wearing booties, they don't leave footprints?
Correct.
I'm looking around and I see a whole lot of Americans that are willing to do the job that the American government and even the illegal aliens don't want to do.
Oh, yeah! By the end of the day, the Minutemen have finished a makeshift fence some 150 yards long. For Tim Donnelly, it's both a symbol and a start. What do you think you accomplished today?
As I look down this line, I am overwhelmed with just a sense that this is an idea whose time has come. And I think we have probably the most significant thing we will have accomplished today is we're sending a picture to the Senate. You know, we're going to email them a message that just says, here's what Americans want. Americans of all backgrounds, Americans, some of whom are legal immigrants, young and old alike. They're just Americans out here expressing themselves without using words. They're using post hole diggers, they're stringing barbed wire, and they're saying, we want our border to be secured.
Oh, there it is, thank God. Well, the Minutemen will tell you if the federal government isn't willing to continue building a fence, they will continue to build a fence.